Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Flying High, which is the first song that I've ever done, which ended up being a duet. So that was fun. And I actually have a separate video here on the page today where you're going to be able to see an interview that I did with Leilani. And when I say interview, me and Leilani are friends, so we just talk all the time. But specifically, I wanted to get her thoughts on this song and her contributions to the album. So, Flying High. Again, remember I told you that I had originally had the idea of an album called The Ascent, and it was going to be Fear of Flight, and it was always going to be followed up by a song called Flying High. Now, you know, because you get over your fear of flight. So it's wonderful. This song is interesting because I always have problems writing songs in C. It's harder than you might think. So I really try to write songs in C, and a lot of them end up sounding really corny. I feel like this one came off really, really well. I was trying to go with kind of a Feels Like Heaven, The Cure kind of feel on this one, and I think I pretty much did it. You know, the bass is pretty snappy, the beat is great, it's mid-tempo, it's not super fast, not super slow, and you know, me and Leilani really harmonize well together, I think. So let's go through these lyrics, because Flying High, it had some lyrics, and then when I was making it into a duet, we ended up adding more lyrics. So just also so me and Leilani could kind of bounce off of each other. So looking at the lyrics, we have, I never felt this high because I was always afraid to try, always in another pan to fry, and I never asked myself why. And the idea is, you know, out of the frying pan into the fryer, you know, that sort of thing. You know, I'm just jumping from one catastrophe to another. I never asked myself why, but it was because I was running and I was afraid to do anything. And then I touch you too, and I feel the skin of the divine. You touch me, oh yes I do, and I know that I can fly. And essentially this is saying, because I'm with you, your love and the happiness that I feel with you make me feel like I can do anything. So then obviously we get into, we're flying high together. And then we're flying high forever. You know, not that rhyming together and forever is like, you know, ooh, it's a novel idea, but I think it comes off pretty nicely in this song. And, you know, the lyrics to the chorus aren't complicated. We're flying high. Because a lot of the fun here is in the verses. The chorus is actually very simple. But I really like writing love songs. You know, my first album in my head had a lot of love songs on it. And this one, only a couple, really. And one of them didn't even make it. One of them didn't even make it. And we'll talk more about that later. We're almost there to that one. So the second verse is, our future is in your eyes, and your lips destroy the lies. Love that line. Wet my mouth, swallow my pride, devour me, take me inside. And this is essentially, you know, it's supposed to be a little sexy, you know, it's supposed to be a but also it's kind of the two of you becoming one, and you know, that can be done physically or emotionally or metaphysically. But then the rain falls and I look up to paradise, euphoria and ecstasy, we float in the moment and then sigh. And this is like it's from being at like complete peace and complete happiness. Yes, there's some sexiness in there. Doesn't have to be that though. It was written with that intent. You know, I try to allude to sexy things. I don't usually just come out and say stuff like that. But and then we get another chorus. We're flying high together, flying high forever. Then we get into the breakdown, the bridge. And originally I sang this, but then going through the story that this album kind of has, I ended up giving this line to Leilani for her to sing. But we come to, we hold each other, no need to cry, no one can hurt us while we're in the sky. And again, it's like when we're together, we just fly so high that no one can touch us. We are going to be so amazing together. It is great. So that is, and then we end with the chorus. Those are the lyrics to Flying High. They're not that complicated, but I will tell you, it is so hard to write love songs that don't come off as cheesy or corny or cliche or overdone. And I think that this one really was kind of knocked out of the park. I think that it went over very, very well. And definitely go over and watch the interview that I did with Leilani. I think you're going to enjoy that one. Until next time, I will see you in the next Lyric Breakdown.